Hi guys, and welcome to our ultimate review of the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 and its mighty S Pen. So let's take a look at the Galaxy Note 3 on AT&T, which retails for $299. Now, the first thing you notice is it's got this 5.7-inch 1080p display. It's a large display, but it's not as big because it still holds the same width as the Note 2. Got a very thin bezel, and on the top you do have that 1.9 megapixel camera. You've got also an LED indicator. Now, on the right-hand side, we do have the volume rocker here, and you see how thin the device is overall. We also have the 3.5mm jack on the top, and the IR blaster right there. And on the sorry, that was the left hand side. On the right hand side now we do have the power button. So we flip the device to the back, and what we have here of course is our new back cover. Now the back cover is made with this faux leather to give you a very premium feel. It's got nice stitching all around, and it's got that nice soft leather feel, even though it really isn't leather, but they've done a good job in making it feel that way. And you can see it comes in different colors. You do have a 13 megapixel camera at the back, which shoots a 4K with an LED flash. So the camera has some improvements over the S4 camera with the 4K ability in there, and that's due to the processor, which we'll talk about in a second. Now you can open up the back cover as you know with most Samsung devices, and that should reveal our 3200 milliamp battery, and also micro SD expansion to 64 gigabytes, as well as our micro SIM. It's not a nano SIM, it's a micro SIM card in there. So let's close this up, and now look at one of the major aspects of the Note 3, which is the S Pen. The S Pen is greatly improved. It's got finite controls now, more functionality too, which we'll look at in other parts of this video. But I like the fact that it's become more functional in many ways there. It's got a Snapdragon 800 processor built in, which is great for gaming. 3 gigs of RAM, 32 gigabytes of storage, NFC, Bluetooth, all that fun stuff. So let's go ahead and look at some of the core functionalities and apps in here. Alright, so the Galaxy Note 3 runs Android 4.3. Yes, it runs the latest version of Android on TouchWiz, so that's a cool addition there. And of course you can play around with the little jelly beans and mess around with that, as we have Power Go in the background on there. Now the S Pen works with the touch sensitive buttons, so you can definitely use that while navigating your Galaxy Note 3. So you're looking at the settings here, and they've changed some of the menu terms. So on the top you do have controls now, which used to be something else I can't remember, devices and connections. Not much has changed here, but you do have the browser bar, which allows you to do navigation things in the stock browser, which we'll see later in this video. But also you can go into the gestures in the controls and change controls for the S Pen and things you want in the S Pen. So you can turn on and off the pointer, and also notifications on the S Pen and things like that. We have devices here, show you that, and also your general connections, which the device has a slew of them, including NFC and Bluetooth. So you can see the device runs very smooth. 3 gigs of RAM really shows on this. Now, even though 2 gigs is great, that extra 1 gig of RAM, which is actually 2.5 in theory, works out very well. Now the S Pen has a lot of applications that Samsung has put in there to give you full functionality. One of them is called PenUp, and PenUp is kind of like a social media app that people share their S Pen drawings, and you can go in there and check out drawings, inspiration, save the photos, do whatever you want, customize and things like that. It's pretty cool, and it's a fun application to use. You've also got other applications, of course, like the S Note, which is standard for taking notes, and also you have the S Sketchbook to do some sketches for in there. And I think there are 1 or 2 other applications, but it's a nice slew of applications that Samsung wants you to help use the S Pen to its full functionality. So the S Pen has some more functions built in, the new one, and it's got the clicker button there. Now if you click and hold it, the very easy one to do is, and you press on the screen, it takes a screenshot. So it's very easy to take a screenshot with the S Pen while doing work with it. And you can customize the screenshot by adding different colors, your pencil or pen features, and I can write Thunder E right there across on Power Girl, and I can keep writing, and I can do whatever I want to with that screenshot. I can share it, or in this case I am just going to X out because I really don't need that screenshot anyway. The other feature is the Air Command. So the Air Command brings up Air Command gesture by double clicking, and you can see I have all these different commands here, and the first one we're going to look at, of course, is the active memo, or the action memo, which is just a quick memo so I can write on the screen whenever I want. You also got here the as sketchbook, which I can click OK, wrap around, clip that out, and I can put it into my scrapbook. I said sketchbook, I apologize. So I can put a scrapbook of different things from the web or from my home screen or from pictures, whichever way I see. It has S view finder. I also have the pen window. The pen window allows me to draw a window and to create a multi-task box on my home screen. What it allows me to do is pick an application. So I'm going to pick the stock browser, and boom, there it is. Now the stock browser also comes with this browser bar, which I mentioned earlier, and that allows me to share. I have sharing options with that browser bar, and also I can do other things like check out coupons and other features in there. So the browser bar gives you more functionality to the stock browser if you don't want to use Chrome for whatever reason you want to. But as you can see, I can move around with that browser S window still open with my browser, and I can customize the home screen. I can open up an application as I open up Shazam over there, and even though when I close that out, you can see it highlights as an icon, and I can move the browser the S window around. I can expand it if I want to. I can navigate within the window itself, so it gives me control, meaning that in a situation where I'm doing some work on my device and I want to take a quick note, I want to do a quick calculation, I want to quickly browse the web, I can do that multitask feature while doing something on top of that, which is pretty nice. So the power the Galaxy Note 3 shows, and it also shows in gaming, and definitely check out our gaming video top right hand corner there, just to give you an idea what gaming really is all about with this device. It functions very, very well on there, and I really like the performance that the Galaxy Note 3 with its Snapdragon 800 processor gave, and also the 3 gigs of RAM really showed on there for people to see. So the camera, now I mentioned the camera shoots at 4K. It's the same camera you have in the Galaxy S4, and you can see the settings. A few more setting features have been added here in the modes, like surround shot. You do have the racer, golf, things like that, but you see there's no night shot. I've gone through all of them because the night shot is actually built into the camera as a stock feature. So when you turn off the flash and it's at night, it takes a shot and it processes it in night shot with the smart stabilization on. Now video, you can switch that to 4K, so it allows you to take 4K video for 5 minutes at a time. You cannot shoot an hour of 4K because that's just huge, so it really limits it to about 5 minutes at a time, and we'll do a nighttime 4K video for you, so check that out. Should be up later on tonight on the YouTube channel. And now let's show you some photos on here, just to show you how the photos look on the screen. The screen is vibrant and sharp, so you can really see how photos really pop out. But again, I have the S Pen. I can easily just go ahead and clip that piece of the photo, and when I do that, it allows me to search. Now to clip, you just hold down on the pen and circle around as I did. I threw it on Instagram. It's copied to the Instagram, and I'm going to definitely post that up for you guys to check out. So why don't we close this up and round up our thoughts on the Galaxy Note 3, and we'll tell you what we really think about this power user device. What I really like about the Galaxy Note 3 is that Samsung has gone into great lengths into making this a real power user phone, but yet one that can be picked up by anyone. They've gone ahead and increased the display size without increasing the width, so it's still as wide as the Note 2, but it's thinner, it's lighter, and also it's got a larger display. The display itself looks very vibrant and very sharp. So what you see here is something that really picks up a lot of features and aspects on it. Now the S Pen, which of course is one of the main features of the Note 3, has been greatly improved. It's better sensitivity on the screen. Writing notes on the screen also feels much better, and the added functionality with the Air command also gives it a higher boost and higher performance. You do have a camera that shoots at 4K, and granted, that's pretty cool. Really, none of us have 4K displays and monitors or TV, so that's something that, well, you could say it's future-proof, if you will. Now, the other good aspects of this device is the battery life. The battery life is very, very good, especially with Bluetooth turned on, using the Galaxy Gear. The Galaxy Note 3 still maintains almost close to about a 24-hour battery life, and I really enjoy that fact that this device actually packs a lot of power and still has a good battery life with a Snapdragon 800 processor and the 3 gigs of RAM. Overall, this is the ultimate package, and I think Samsung's done a lot of good work here in refining and not necessarily changing or doing drastic changes to this device. We're actually giving you something that really covers the whole gambit of functionalities with the latest version of Android, with the S Pen, with the better battery life, with also just the better gaming performance and also better hardware specs. Overall, the Galaxy Note 3 is the ultimate packaging with small refinements. So if you have any questions or any comments about our review of the Galaxy Note 3, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. It's all Bored at Work with 2 O's. So this is Thunder E saying thank you and always enjoy your entertainment.